Yeah, okay, I hit the button. Recording a video. So, yeah, the word is consciousness. Yeah, I was hoping for context, but I'll have to deal with consciousness instead. Um, so that's the feeling thing, really, right? Isn't that the nature of consciousness? You just had a thinking thing, where just thoughts ran through and there was no feeling attached to them. No urgency or fear or necessity or anything like really scary or impending doom or anything really interesting in terms of an emotion, then consciousness wouldn't mean much if it was just a stream of ideas. If it was a movie and you didn't feel anything, you didn't react to the colors, you didn't react to the sound, you didn't react emotionally to any of the anything, even just flower. If it didn't make you feel something, then it wouldn't mean anything. So consciousness, the big part of it. Oh man, this cactus is too strange. I don't know if you can see that, but they died and one of them came back. I have to do something with him. Yes. So anyway, yeah. So it wouldn't. It is this feeling thing. This part of the brain that creates sensation. How do you even make sensation? How do you even put sensation into words? How do you explain it? Yeah. I mean, even though we share it, we both. I know it, and I'm pretty sure you know what a feeling is. What an emotion is. What a desire is. What a revulsion is. What a fear is. What an attraction is, a hunger is. They're really hard to just sit there and say, and to put into words what it is to have one of these things, one of these sensations, one of these feelings. Really difficult. And so isn't that? I mean, it does make it hard to sit there and have a conversation about it beyond just this vague idea that we know there's something good about feeling good, and there's something bad about feeling bad. I mean that there's a nature to the thing, that expression, and that's all we can basically do is talk about it in terms of what we have qualified it to be for ourselves. Now I qualify sensations um, as just having these values. I would say, well, look, if I went to the store, how much would I pay to feel this, or how much would I, how much unpleasantness would I pay for a pleasantness? Um, is there a vice versa? How much pleasantness would I accept as payment? Yes, I can't think of any other way. One is payment, something. It's basically just this store idea. There's the positive sensations and there's negative sensations, and it seems quite obvious that through life you have these negative sensations and feelings, experiences, moments, hunks of experience, and you have the opposite, which are these comforting, satisfying. Um, even playing the game can be enjoyable, even when you're not winning. Just sometimes the play is good. Wow, this is good light, color-wise. It's funny how the light changes the character of the individual speaking. It goes from, this should be better because there's more sunlight, but boy, it looks all kind of washed out, and maybe it's it's not the angle. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so what are we getting on? 4 minutes? Yeah, 5. Yeah, wind this up. But that's But so I guess you could also argue about what is the mechanism that creates this illusion, this idea that I am conscious, I am feeling, and yeah, I think I have concluded anyway that it is something created inside the brain. It is an illusion, but one hell of an illusion. It has substance in the sense that it is a manifestation of the play of the neurons in somehow creating this vulnerable mechanism. This mechanism that can, you press it and it goes out. You press this and it goes out. And so it made something real. The brain is using this mechanism of value to motivate us. So it had to create initiative. It had to create value inside our brain as an illusion. And the truth of the matter is, it created the reality in attempting to create the illusion. In attempting to create the illusion of value, that food is important, that I would chase the food, that there'd be a little nugget of food. Okay, I would find the food attractive, necessary, I'd be hungry for it, I would be willing to fight for it. It needed to create that mechanism in my head that would value that food. And to create the art of sex, food, sex, the important things, consumption, reproduction. And to create it, it ended up creating something of real value, which was this capacity to be harmed, to be deprivated, to feel horrible, and to feel splendid. It created this ability to deprivate my state, to take me and pull a piece of me away, essentially, to almost, if I was matter, to extract a piece of my matter and put it inside of this. So I would have to have this to get back my wholeness, whether this is love, or whether this is food, or whether this is sex, or whatever the thing is. But I would need to have that to regain my stability, to regain my comfort, my peace. So it would take away the peace. It would create a war inside my psychology that could only be resolved through this mechanism. So there's an irony in the mechanism that was attempting, that through process required to go the next step, a mechanism that duplicated value, and by the notion, the idea of value, and in creating a mechanism that could duplicate value, it created the only original, the only real value, the only thing that really matters in the universe. It created the sentient organism, and it created the sentient welfare, and in doing that created real, substantive, meaningful value. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, it's just one of the silly things that having a universe versus not having one creates, is the opportunity for something like that to take place and such. I don't know what button I'm supposed to hit. I do like this. This is kind of a neat little, it's another one of these Sony cameras, but this one is the one where you can do the zooming thing. Switch this screen around, which is not, I mean, it's got a real zoom instead of the traditional fake. Where's the zoom button? Oh, that's up here. Yeah, it's just not in a very good place for fingers and such. But it's got a real zoom instead of optical zoom. I mean, instead of digital zoom, it's got a real zoom. And the autofocus doesn't seem very good though on the zoom. Yeah, it's that bit at a time thing. You go too fast, it can't keep up. Which, is sort of annoying. The phone ringing is very annoying. But what are you going to do? Probably has a macro. See, macro. No. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Usually has a macro button. It's easy to access. but it appears not. Wow, 10 minutes. Sorry. This is going to be a long video, apparently. Yeah, guess you have to set the macro before you start videoing, which is semi-annoying. Alright, well, enough play. So, till next time, and such. I'm going to hit this button over here. Oh, I guess it's recorded. Yeah, I don't really like the record button on this camera, but whatever. So, beliefs. It's not a great word either. Yeah, I didn't pick great words. Maybe the next list will be better. Belief. It's not really truth, right? It's just what you believe. You know, what you tell yourself, what your brain contrives an image, a way of seeing the world. And I'm just looking for a piece of glass, a dirty piece of glass. Yeah, I got dirty glass here. Oh, is that water on the table? That's not good. Yeah, so you look through the dirty piece of glass and you see the world, you know, through the dirty piece of glass. If you're a dirty person, you are, you know, like even religion could be seen as just being this distorting, disturbing, useless, not a very clear view of reality. And that's what we're sort of after, is a clear view. See it for what it all is. Don't be fooled, you know, by some pretty story. Or sometimes the stories aren't even pretty. I guess it's just that they're a story that everybody's telling, so everybody finds it familiar. It's like a cultural reference. Sort of when I was a kid, you know, everybody saw the Flintstones. I mean, they were on all the time. Well, you know, not all the time, but, you know, every day. Yeah, morning and night sometimes. Well, morning and afternoon anyway. You can see them more than once is the point. They were there, so everybody knew what the Flintstones was. So you could use the Flintstones as a reference. I guess the Simpsons or South Park would be the modern equivalent, or SpongeBob. And so you just have those kind of references and call that a belief system, because it's this framework through which you know reality. And it doesn't matter how not real it is. And my hand is all covered with dirt. Probably wasn't a great idea to do some planting while talking. So anyway, it's you know, typical. There's a mess in there. I'll go this way. See what's in here. Ah! No, that's okay. I thought it was worse than it is. Anyway, we're getting ready to go to do my chores and such. So the next video will be in the leaves. I don't like that. Nice and crunchy. Yeah. Anyway, and kind of wet and rainy maybe. Ooh, even better. So yeah, the beliefs are what we call philosophy even. It's a belief system. Yeah, it's the intent to make it livable, or it's the intent to do this. Let's accurately describe it. Let's find out what the reality's doing and, you know, accurately put it to words. At least that would be what I hope to do. It's what I am doing, in the sense that that's what I think it is. You know, that's what I hope it is. That's what my brain thinks is the right thing to do, is try to be fair to the truth, the facts, get it right. It does all seem kind of important. You don't want to cheat somebody out of something because you are cheating the truth. That wouldn't be right. So you kind of know that what you're saying has some importance. Lying's not a good thing, so you don't want to end up just being a liar for a fake and, you know, fraud of a story. So you kind of want to get the story right. But anyway, that's you know. So beliefs can be, you know, things people just use to feel good. You can believe you're going to win the lottery. You're going to believe you're someday going to make it. You're going to be a star. You're going to be recognized. You're going to be something. Something you're after is going to happen. You should just know it can't just end with nothing. Yeah, something brilliant has to happen somewhere. That kind of thing. You can have a feeling. You call a feeling a belief. Your optimism can be a belief. Pessimism likewise. Yeah, so it's believing doesn't mean much, I suppose. I suppose it'd be nice if the world was like that, where people took it seriously and they said, you know, you have to get it right. Believing is important. You can't screw it up. You can't fuck it up. You gotta get it right. You know, that there was a really high premium put on getting it right. And the world took it really seriously. You know, like there was a context here where it was really important. If you got it wrong, you were talking wrong. You got proven wrong. It would mean something. And there was a real pursuit to come up with accurate definitions and establish them and put them up on a pedestal to be knocked down. Like you would take a thing called the truth or the belief theory and you'd put it somewhere. Society would say, knock it down. We'll give you $10 million if you can knock down the truth as we know it. You know, prove something otherwise. Make a better defense of a different set of beliefs, a different system of understanding. And if you can do that, here's your prize. Make your argument. Prove your God. You know, prove your mysticism. Prove your spirituality. Prove your theory that you were Napoleon. You know, prove something. And we'll give you the reward of proof. Yeah, that would be nice. But we don't live in a world that just gives a shit because, yeah, so many people are invested in such preposterous crap that they've basically had to just say, no, everybody can just believe whatever they want as long as it's in some kind of container where your belief doesn't mean you go out and kill people and eat them. But short of that, you're pretty much allowed to be any kind of asshole you wish to be. And nobody's going to say, you can't be that big an asshole. That's really unfortunate. And such. So 7 minutes. I'm really going long today. Yeah, YouTube still is not processing my frickin' videos, which is really, really, really irritating. Just because, you know, you get used to this idea. Okay, I post a video, I have a routine, you know, and I'm just sitting here waiting on these videos to process, and it's just like, there, and this one's processing. Yay, so now I can delete this other one. Good. I uploaded it twice just because I'm saying, oh fuck, it's never going to process. So I said, what the hell, I'll try again. So, there we go, 95%, that's usually the magic number. It gets stalled there, but hey, once it's at 95, usually the video plays actually. Let's see if it plays. No. But we're close. Alright, that's good. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, when I said it's not processing, it processes. But I'm just saying, it's like 3 hours, 4 hours later, and, you know, I put it even in the little file format and everything, so I really thought that would work, because it seemed like it liked smaller files better than big files. But I mean, some of them have taken 8 hours to process. Yay, there, the images came up. It's a Luddite video, so I guess I'll pick the Luddite thumbnail. That one's pretty bad, so yeah, let's not go with the original thumbnail. It's really, man. So, it's a good excuse. We'll go with the Luddite one. He keeps re-changing the name of his videos, which is really, I really don't like that either. It's really just irritating, right? Why are you changing the names on your videos, the titles? That just seems really, really wrong. Yeah, it just seems wrong to me. Anyway, must be a reason why you're doing that. This camera's crooked. I just noticed that. Well, I don't really care. It is kind of funny that it actually is a little crooked. Yeah. Well, anyway, so till later. I don't want want to go, but I gotta go. Yeah, back. Okay. Yeah, another word. And this one is, desire. Eek. Yeah, yuck. Okay, well that's the whole game, right? The game is in this stupid word desire. We wouldn't have to play the game if it wasn't for desire. Desire keeps people in the game. It's the motivator. It's not even for the joys that people do it, or for the happiness and the comfort or the good times. It's for the desire, the hunger. As long as the hunger is in them, they will endorse the game. Well, at least that's the pattern. I certainly have hunger. I certainly am ambitious. I certainly am competitive. I certainly am desirous. A lot of that. What the hell was that? Anyway, it's kind of a pretty bird, I think. Anyway, yeah, but it escaped my full vision. Anyway, yeah, so that's what. Oh, this is not a good plan. Put this in the other hand. Yeah, so my arm will get tired. Anyway, so yeah, so this is what you wouldn't play without this mechanism that says I need, I want, I need, I want, need, want. That's desire. Desire is what else? What else? Hunger, need, want. You can use other words, I guess, to describe the kind of desire, like an ambition, an aspiration. Yeah, you aspire. That's kind of a weird word. Aspire. So, but it's built out of, I guess, an idea that you're hungry and you envision yourself feeding, eating, I guess, is part of the mechanism, is the vision. You see the paradise in your brain, and then you go out and try to find it. It's certainly part of it. It's certainly part of some of it. I mean, some of it's just innate. You're just moving, and your mechanism desires to, you know, to balance, to fight. Yeah, to rebalance even. It's part of what desire is made out of. Is just this mechanism of, it's almost like keeping you in the game, keeping you competitive, keeping you standing. You desire to be upright and in control and in balance, whatever that, you know, that's a tricky word. That's probably a word for another time. Yeah, you wish to acquire that control. Control gives you balance. Yeah, see, these all lead to each other, but yeah, what you're really after is just to get the undesired element out of you. Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, desire in so many ways is, made out of just keeping the nasty from getting you. Is that okay? Yeah. Zoom, no, don't want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, it's just about having control to be able to keep yourself from being broken, to protect your fragility. Maybe that's a key point here, is you sort of have to be vulnerable to need. The invulnerable don't need. Somehow people are vulnerable and need the opportunity to have and get and take. That's another buck. Yeah, that one's really running. Where'd the buck go? Yeah, I don't see him. So anyway, I have a good camera so I can zoom in if I can catch a deer at the right moment here. There's the buck. Yeah, he's not going anywhere where the camera's going. Yeah, it's in the next county already. Yeah, when deer are leaping though, they really are a spectacle. They're doing some very nice leaping. So anyway, very impressive. So anyway, yeah, sorry, I tried. Well, I sort of, it's not like I tried, it's like I almost took advantage of the opportunity as it presented itself, but it just didn't work out. Don't rain. Anyway, it's not a waterproof camera. It's a desire, yeah, I would desire not to be rained on. So yeah, a lot of our desires are negative desires. I might argue that theoretically they're all negative. We desire not to have something we don't want to have happen to us, like starving, like being alone, like not having, living with deprivation, living in deprivation. So I guess you can't deny the fundamentals, though. The hunger and the horny, those are big ones. Wow, we'd like to think so. Yeah. I mean, they're the game for the biology, and certainly they're strong psychology drivers. And they certainly get us into the habit of feeding. They get us into the habit of satisfying desires. We every day have to deal with these things, and so we learn kind of how to deal, how to see it in the world and try to go get it, try to take what we need. Yeah, but it's the mechanism, it's the mover, it's what's this brain thing fell upon. The biology fell on this mechanism of creating a brain and shoving it full of need. And need is expressed, the need to feed and to replicate. And that need is expressed by creating a mechanism of self-preservation that expresses itself in what we call desire. Yeah, pretty much. So, I think it covers it. My arm is getting tired. In 7 minutes, it's going to be, let's see, 8 and 7. It's going to be like a 25-minute video. Oh well. Yeah, you can stand it. Yeah, you won't. That's how it works. You'll take it or you won't. So anyway, until next time. And such. So forth and whatnot. Wow, this tree is so thick with leaves. It's completely dry under here. And then it's wet over here. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so until the next time. And such. Button. This one, I think. Whoa! I hit the button. Yeah, I really wasn't ready yet. Yeah, well, too bad, right? Too bad. Where was I? Oh yeah, word. I got a word in my hand here. So I had to watch where I'm walking. Dangerous here. Anyway, see what the word is. Win, lose. Yeah, wow. I don't know if I can win, lose. Gee, that's sort of cheating. 2 words. All right. Boy, that's sort of related to the desire thing in a way, ain't it? So yeah, so there's winners and there's losers. You have the feeling of winning and losing. Fear of losing. Desire to win. Gambling all over the place, right? Winners and losers. The difference between winning by earning it and kind of the lose of winning without earning it. That's kind of being a loser. If you win and you didn't earn it. So win and lose. Yeah, it's just the value of it all, I guess. The value of getting and the the positive value of getting, the negative value of losing. So it kind of gets back to cannibalism in a way too, right? to win, somebody's usually got to lose. The two words do kind of belong together, maybe. It's pretty hard to win without creating a loser, without creating something that has to be harmed. I suppose your own risk of failure could be part of the losing. The losing of needing. Let's say the competition is just with myself, or you're competing with a video game, for example, or arguing on the internet. That's a competition in a way. It's a way to win. If you're just arguing with a bunch of other arguers, and there is no prize for winning. You just go back under your rock. You come out to fight. You get all banged up, and then you go back to the rock. That's kind of ironic. Sometimes winning can come with absolutely nothing to show for it. Just the fact of it. Just an empty, for the sake of it, almost. But isn't much of life made out of that? Because you can't hold on to any of it. Maybe your name will be remembered, but it ain't gonna matter because you're gonna be dead. I mean, Abraham Lincoln couldn't enjoy being Abraham Lincoln while he was Abraham Lincoln. Nobody gets to know that they're revered. Not nobody, but a lot of people. And I guess a lot of people also don't know they get outed by history. And then they get reviled or hated. I wonder what Adolf thought, of his future. They even have a name that people can't even name their kid Adolf anymore. Let alone a Hitler. That's the last thing you want to be, is a Hitler. Just kind of funny how it works out. Losing and winning. The winners get to, they sort of get to write the history too, right? I guess, but again, they didn't win. The winners don't really win. Nobody wins. It's just the level, the extent of your lose. You lose in life, you end up on the ash heap, of history. So, you can double lose, but I don't know if you can actually win, right? You can just lose more. You can be stripped of everything, rather than just stripped of, being able to hold on to it, being able to savor the having, because you'll become a have-not soon enough. Soon enough, reality will show up, and it will take away your dignity, your pride. It'll take away everything, every little bit of it. When it steals your health. I mean, like I said before, the lucky ones are the ones that go out fast. You're better off being 9/11, than facing your real demise as just another bug, that will eke your way into the grave. Very, very inappropriate all over the place. This is really one bad recipe. This is one bad meal to have to eat. Reality. It does in fact suck. It's just missing way too much of the necessities. There's no real integrity to it. It's just a facade, just a show. The greatest show on earth. That's all it is a show. No substance. So anyway, I think that's enough. I believe it is. How far do we get? Another 6 minutes. So what are we up to? for 400 years, 6 months, and 73 days, and 4 hours, and 36 minutes. No, 30 minutes probably. Yeah, probably. Sorry about that. This isn't helping any. I should just let it go. I was just thinking that maybe there'll be an appropriate animal for videoing. They probably won't show up in time. So anyway, we'll just let this go. So, until next time, and such. Whoa, that was scary.